video of this car that's making everyone really mad right now. So, you got a lot of the guys that really love the budget build, and then they're mad because I did some not budget stuff. And then you got the guys that wanted me to do the rear mount, and now I'm doing a front mount, and they were really mad, and like everybody's really mad. So I'm gonna do some more stuff that's gonna make everybody really mad, and I'm gonna build a traditional sloppy mechanic style hot side. So this is a little exciting, not really, but I ran into some troubles, some challenges, and I want to explain it to you guys. So I got the accessory drive completely finished now. So I had this part of the accessory drive finished. Now I added the air conditioning section. So everything is on there now. I do have all the AC lines hooked up. But when I did that, that really kind of threw me for a loop here, because the manifold that I had and the plan that I had, I thought I had a lot of room over here, but I really don't have as much as I thought. So this line right here basically ran directly into the manifold to the point that I couldn't even bolt it up. So what I'm going to be doing now is modifying the factory truck manifold, and these things are so buried in here, I don't even know why it really matters, and it like really pisses people off that I'm going to use truck manifolds. But I'm going to do what makes me happy and what I feel like doing. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll wrap it, and nobody will know the difference, and we'll all laugh, and it'll be hilarious. So I found an idea, or I came up with something, was to cut the whole frickin' front section off, and I want to show you guys how well I think this is going to work, and I'm kind of excited about this. All right, so you can see here, this is the top of one of the runners. So this is the number 1 cylinder runner. And then I basically chopped this off, and then I chopped it all the way back to the second runner. So if we do something like this, so you can see already, this basically runs everything straight down into the air conditioning lines, and that's not going to work. So what I did was cut this off. Of course, you saw it was off. But watch what happens when I do this. So I can take this thing and I can turn it. Right? So you can see now that just turning this runner, it comes straight out and it completely clears this line. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chop this flange off, turn this runner this way, weld it back on, and then we'll use some other pipe to come out this way and clear all of the air conditioning line. I would say it'll be similar to something like this, but it's not going to be cut back as far. So this is what I had just on the NA swap when I did it before. It's a little bit jittery, but everything works, and this stuff works really well. I did the same thing on the truck, and it's not really going to cause any problems. So instead of running it back to here, I chopped it off here, cut this off, and we'll run a little bit of a pipe, and then we're actually going to run it at a little bit of an angle out. So instead of being straight like this, we're going to run it this way. And this was originally the one that I had on the driver's side of this car to clear the steering linkage when I did the NA swap. Alright, so this is kind of weird. I wasn't planning on recording this, but I'm test fitting this, and it's like stuck on there just like this. So I think I'm just gonna weld it just like it is. It must be happy if it doesn't want to come off. the glove up. There you go. We're getting somewhere. Alrighty guys, so I got them both mounted now. And I apologize, I didn't really record a whole lot. I just was working and not really paying attention to recording. So I got them both mounted. I do have to move this pipe up a little bit. So I actually have this flange kind of mounted offset. When I have it mounted in the spot that it's in, and this was the first one that I did. So I just kind of put this one where I wanted it, or where I thought it would be good. But then I did this side, and this side's a little bit more critical because it has to go in between the alternator and the water pump. So I did run the pipe down a little bit lower, but you know, I thought this would be in the right spot, but that's just where that one ended up. So I'm probably going to raise this one up. I would like them to be, you know, obviously parallel to each other, the same height, so it's kind of symmetrical. This kind of looks like garbage, so I am going to end up moving this up, rewelding it, and then it's going to be at the height you saw it at before. So a couple other things I'm going to be working on is I may actually try to find a way to extend the bottom air conditioning line. So one of the AC lines, this rubber line, it's a rubber hose, so I might do what I need to do to extend and crimp this thing. I feel like I can get a lot more room out of this because of all the bends and how this is set up. I can pull this one forward a little bit, but this one, to get around the turbo, I'm not really able to do it. So unless I wanted to do something weird and like run the, you know, the AC condenser down in the bumper or underneath or something, I could look into those options too. But I might just be able to, you know, pop this, stretch it out a little bit, and then extend that one a few inches. So working through a bunch of stuff. I might not even have to do the welded bungs for the water pump that I was talking about before. I do have a little bit of clearance that I might be able to do it just with some heat wrap. It's kind of close, but I could definitely get a hose on it. I just need to find a way to protect it from the heat because the exhaust is right there, which I'm going to wrap all this stuff anyways because everything is so close. It's very close to the AC lines, the alternator, everything else. So everything is going to be wrapped for sure. What else am I working on? So the plan for the downpipe is basically to notch this section out. I'm going to cut that little frame rail out, notch that thing, and then we'll run the downpipes out the bumper. So I know there's a lot of people saying I should try to find a way to get them to go, like the exhaust to go back. I really don't think it's going to work. If I did a 2-inch exhaust, I would probably be able to get it to work if the turbos were in a different position. But with a 3-inch, it's a 3-inch downpipe. It's not going to work. So, and it would be, either way, it would be a lot. Even with the 2-inch, it would have to like go down, under, sneak back up behind the alternator, then go back. There'd be a lot of bends in it, and it wouldn't really make sense to me. So this is kind of where we're at. I will be able to put the power steering reservoir back in the normal spot, so that'll be nice. I won't have to putz with that. Yeah, that's pretty much where it's at now. So this is I do have some of this other pipe here, and I'm probably just gonna run this down like this for the wastegates. So I mean, I could probably go up, put a wastegate there, or I could put them here, or I could go down. I kind of want to just go down so you can't even see the wastegates. That would be ideal. But it's coming together. It's just going to be a little tricky with some of the stuff. So I did buy a swivel thermostat housing. So you can see there how it's kind of out to the side. That's not going to work. So I did buy one of the 30-degree swivel types. So it'll be able to come straight down. So that should work out pretty decent. Other than that, I'll just have to figure out kind of how I want to do the cold side. I mean, the cold side should be real easy either way. You know, any way that I do it. If I want to go down and then merge these together and then come up, I should have plenty of room for that. Or if I want to go up and then in, should be pretty good. So next step is raise this up. I want to figure out what I'm going to do with the AC condenser. The original spot that I thought I was going to put it in isn't going to work. So we'll figure some stuff out. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.